finally figured everything out.
Nobody got rolled getting in because we went in at the boat ramp, protected. Okay, I'm going to show you how to use the kayak and get it ready and up on the car with this video. When you arrive, you should find the kayak upside down on those padded boards that I've made for it. You're supposed to store it upside down. You can leave it right side up while you're using it during the week. There's a picture of it lashed to the car. Actually, it's too far back. I was just experimenting there, but the handles should be about at the cross members of the roof rack. Here's a picture of a railing that I made that you can set the kayak on right side up if you want to during your stay. Sometimes I'm dinking around with the seats or something and I'd like to have it setting up like that. So that's how you would set it right side up. First thing you got to do is take the antenna off of the back of the car in case it's still on there. And here I will show you how to get the kayak up on the car. Actually, one person can get it up there. It's almost 90 pounds without gear, so it's a little bit heavy and a little bit cumbersome. But I put a piece of noodle up on the back of the car there, where the door closes. Lift the kayak up and put the nose on there. Then go to the back, and you can see I've got a mat there to kind of protect the back while I drag it up on there. And you just pick it up and you push and roll it, kind of in one motion. It naturally kind of wants to roll over anyway. You just push it up and roll it as you do, and then you can push it right up onto the car. It actually isn't too difficult, but it is cumbersome, so two people are helpful, but that's the easiest way to get it up on the car. Here's another picture. Doing it again. You set the nose up, and it wants to roll over on its side a bit, so let that happen. Go back, pick it up at the back, let it roll on over onto its side, push and roll, and works pretty good. Straps. You can stop now, I guess. Maybe you ought. Okay, here's a shot of putting the straps on. Just loop the strap underneath the cross member and pull it all the way through, so you got it kind of half and half, so they're the same length. That gives you plenty of length to walk around, throw it over the back or over the front, and go over to the other side, pull the strap over, again put it underneath the cross member, and then you can stick the end in the little clamp gizmo there. And pull it up tight, kind of adjust that buckle protector up to the side of the kayak. Then when you get it about right, pull it down nice and snug, and then you can just throw the tail in the inside. Do the same thing on the front, and you got it tied down. Next, I'll show you how to get the kayak off of the car. I've made a board, padded board that you put in on the back side, and it's got a metal bracket that you can hook underneath the side rail of the car, so that board will hold the kayak up as you slide it over. So you slide the back end of the kayak over on the edge of the padded board. That's to get it off to the side of the car. Then you can pick up the front of the kayak and kind of shimmy it over to the edge of the board, and you can let the front down, and then you can go back and let the back down. I'm doing this as a one-person job just to prove that it can be a one-person job, but it works a little better with two people, and I'll show you how that goes in the next little clip here. Just make sure the board gets fully hooked, that bracket gets fully hooked on the side rail so it doesn't slide off. Okay, now we're going to see two people doing it. Again, you put the padded board across the cross members and hook it on the side rail. Then with one person at each end, it's a little easier to get the boat clear out towards the edge of the board. And once it's out there, just let the nose down. Again, I've got a mat there to kind of help protect the fiberglass. Then go around, just lift the other side off, let it roll over and down onto the ground. There you go, you've got it off the car. And the wheels, might as well demonstrate the wheels while we're here. Just pick the boat up, push it on its side, and you slide the wheel dolly, look, not in there because that's not right, in the holes, and just tip it back over. Then you can go to the front end, pick up the nose, and you can throw all your gear in there and carry it down to the beach. Okay, I'll demonstrate getting the kayak rigged for use. First, to put the seats in, you'll see there's two sets of holes, a further back hole if you got longer legs and a closer hole for shorter people. You just stick those pins in and turn them 90 degrees after you've pushed it in. Turn them and lock them, push the flaps down, cover them up with the Velcro. Then there's a little bungee on the back to hold the seat back, and then you've got two clips on either side. You clip those in, and then you can adjust the length of the strap there for how straight up and down you want your back. Same thing on the front. Here are the Mirage Drive, it's called, the flippers. You drop those into the hole in the boat that's made for them with the stiff round edge forward.
Do that again.
That's what they do when you're pedaling. You just drop that in and they lock. And to get them back out, you just flip those locks back. Once you drop them in, you should put that bungee cord that holds the pedal in the back position so the flippers are up against the hull of the boat, and you can carry it to the water or whatever you're doing. There's the rudder. The rudder is put into position by pulling on an up and down pull cord. It's at both seating positions, so either position can do this. You pull the down one and it flips the rudder down, then you can lock it off on that crimping device there. Then you release it, and when you want to pull it up, you go to the other side, that says up, you pull up, and that flips the rudder back up. And then you can get it ready to take out of the water and back on the car. The steering, once the rudder is down, again, both seating positions have a little lever on the side that you can steer with. So either person can steer. Flip it up. Okay, don't forget your paddles. There's a paddle, 2 paddles, and 1 for each. And they just lay along the side of the boat, and a bungee strap hooks over and holds them there. They're easy to get to, and you can use them if you don't want to use the pedal Mirage drive. Just set it there on the side, flip it over. Of course, all of this gear should be carried in the car. The boat should be empty when you put it on the car for transportation. Okay, we've got 2 life jackets. They're nice and light and easy to put on because they're CO2 activated. So you put it on and buckle it up and make sure that little yellow tab is hanging out. Don't pull it unless you get thrown in the water and distressed, and then you can jerk the tab and it'll inflate. But in the meantime, it's not big and heavy and kind of cumbersome. There's the boat ready to go on its dolly, and there's a picture of it sitting there at the Kihei boat ramp, ready to go. So you should know everything you need to know now. One thing I forgot to demonstrate was changing the length of the pedal arm for longer and shorter legs. You'll see numbers on there, 1 through 5 or 6. The bigger numbers are for longer legs, shorter numbers for shorter legs. You can adjust that by squeezing the bracket on the pedal and moving it to the number that fits best for you. Pedal, Teresa. I want a picture of the pedal.